with what I've done so far, or what we've listened to so far today, there's just been little bits. I don't know at this point I could just pinpoint any one specific thing, but I think what it's done is made me feel a lot more positive about actually getting out and doing something about it, rather than just being apathetic about it.
But it's designed to be confronting too, like, you know, you really got to have a good look at yourself.
What do you mean?
And your systems. Oh, well, you start to understand where you've fallen short in a number of cases.
Look, it is a lot of overwhelming stuff, and running on empty without breakfast doesn't help. But at the same time, you know, I think when you hear something that you've been sort of waiting to hear, or you've been telling yourself, you definitely tune in a bit more and put into context probably what you've already sort of been thinking about.
In terms of developing our niche market, that's something that I thought was really important. When we all answered the questions, we all answered in a much broader sense, but it was more about getting it down really to that specific level of what exactly your niche market is, and I think that's something that our business could definitely use.
A lot of the things that he mentioned we're already implementing, but there are also other parts which he's gone through, and those will be valuable in our next step in growing the business. So yes, it has been valuable.
Like what?
Things like referral programs, after sales, service, following up with customers. Those are some things that we aren't doing at the moment, but definitely something that we'll be implementing in the near future.
Definitely, it's good to come to one of these because it's. I'm more for myself. If somebody, I guess, shows things and explains things, it's. I guess it sticks in my head better than if I just read it off a book or off a website or something like that. It's a bit. I understand it better.
Because John has prepared so much of the information before handing us the books, then we've been able to have a very good team approach in relation to that information.
Well, it's almost vital. As a one-man company, sometimes you get lost in trying to do, or I have 101 ideas and not quite sure where to start. So this is going to be very valuable and able to focus my time and thinking about what costs or money we should put into it.
There's a lot of content, but all of them are very valuable for small businesses like myself, and I'm at a learning stage and you know, looking for ways to market my business. It's a startup business, been around for a few years, and definitely marketing is key to me because I'm trying to establish a brand, and a lot of things John covered today helped me a lot, you know, to think, to find out new things, and also things that I know but think a bit differently. So it was really good to have a break, time away from my business, and be relaxed and, you know, be with like-minded people.
I run fine dining business at people's homes. It's hospitality, and the options or the ideas that this program has given me is just open up to a lot of you know, ideas, and, you know, I could definitely utilise those ideas into my business. In terms of you know, the building up, marketing, networking, all that, I find it really useful to hear, definitely.
I find the material for John, that John's supplying, is very appropriate for my business and for the businesses that are associated with the group. He's quite a competent speaker and very clear on his delivery, so I'm quite happy with what I'm receiving for today.
Coming from a sales rep background, I actually thought that I had a very expansive knowledge of it, of sales and marketing. That's the whole premise of my business. That's what I base myself on. It's actually very interesting because as much as you're always open to new ideas, I didn't realise how many new ideas are actually out there. It wasn't one or two that John sort of pointed out that could complement my existing range. There's actually hundreds more, literally hundreds more. So I found that, you know, to be very, very beneficial.
I think it's great because at Bridge Builders, the time elements for us is really critical. Like, so having the content the way it was delivered today was really awesome because it doesn't mean you have to sit there for an hour to work on something. You could sit there and go 15 minutes, which is great because if we have a high emergency that we have to deal with a crisis, we can then stop what we're doing and then come back to it. It's not, you know, an hour and oh no, I need to get that done. Like, which is great. It does. It keeps you focused and it actually gets results.
And I think too, there's an element of excitement there, and especially our crew at Bridge Builders really thrive off that as well.